Amongst the raucous cacophony, Kylian Mbappé leads out France. And Vinicius Jr. at centre stage for Brazil. Global stars as far as the eye can see in a high-profile dress rehearsal here at Gillette Stadium. Referee duly noting the foul in favour of Brazil and Vinicius Jr. 4 goals in his last 2 games, of course, against both Manchester City and Atletico Madrid. The ball played forward now. Real opening for Raphinha! Well, something out of nothing for Brazil, nearly.
Wonderful recognition from Raphinha. The heads are down from France, and Casamero picks it out expertly. Raphinha has to wait on a bit, even if it doesn't come off. Now it allows Brazil the ability to gain 20-30 yards of space, and the starting positions are higher to force this turnover.
Here's Martinelli. Gabriel Martinelli, let's fly! Just a whisker wide.
Instantly from the cooling break, Brazil decided they needed to turn France around. And from that, they're able to start the press higher. One mistake quickly turns over. And the starting position from Theo Hernandez is so high. Vinicius Jr. draws the attention.
Wesley. As Brazil now look to find something. Wesley down under the challenge. Referee said the ball was won. Much to the dismay of the thousands of Brazil fans in attendance. Here's Casamero. Casamero! And wide. Well, he's convinced it should be a corner. And has talked himself into the referee's book. Mbappé unable to make up ground this time. Andres Santos. Forward now for Vinicius Jr. Handful of retreating French players able to do the business, although the ball is given away by Gusto. Vinicius Jr. Casamero, Cunha, Martinelli! Via a deflection. In the end cleared away by Malo Gusto, but Brazil starting to purr.
Instantly, that's a completely different look from Brazil. Watch the way Canate tracks this so well and is able to get into the path.
There's Casamero. So well to find Luis Enrique again. Here is the Zenit St. Petersburg man. Enrique! Forces the first real save from Magnon, and now Vinicius Jr. Casamero! And over. Brazil have life.
It's been Enrique that's come off the bench and provided CPR to this Brazilian attack. And he's just asking real questions. Now you're asking Upamecano to step up, and now everybody's at 6s and 7s defending to try to come forward.
Andres Santos with a poignant ball forwards. Wesley in behind. Now then, here they come again. Has the referee got a decision to make? The yellow card has been brandished. Just the yellow card has been brandished. And there's a whole group of players surrounding the referee to have a further conversation.
There is video assistant referees to this match, so this is being taken a look at, and you've got to find a look that is a clear and obvious error. And to that point, Guido Gonzalez is being sent to the monitor.
So then, he's saying, no, the yellow card was wrong. Red card is the correct decision, and it's greeted to a raucous roar here at Gillette Stadium. France can't believe it.
Just Mbappé up top. You'll see more of this as the rest of this match plays out. Casamero dropping back into a 6, but also a center back.
Vinicius Jr. inviting so many players. Here's Casamero, Douglas Santos, and behind for a corner. And a real example of Brazilian football and Jogo Bonito.
That right there, that little snake inside to out is worth the price of admission. And then Casamero doesn't even look when he plays this through to Douglas Santos.
France look as buttoned up as humanly possible and lead Brazil by 2-0.
Free-flowing French football at its finest. Just in behind Wesley, who was caught forward when the ball turned over. Ekitike stays wide, and that is a...
The player credited with the goal. He's first in Brazilian colours, and Brazil, with 10 to play, are right back in it.
Brilliant from Brazil. Vinicius Jr. starts it all off with his ability to win the free kick. This is so astute when the initial first entry ball that comes in from the set piece is too far. Instead of going for goal, it's a tight angle. Watch at the top of the screen. The way that this is sent back in from Casamero, it's so smart. Good patience to take the touch. And then from there, it's just a fortuitous ball played across. This is smart to be able to understand from Enrique, the halftime substitute.
Vinicius Junior. Bremer in behind. Not entirely sure how much they knew about it, but Brazil came awfully close.
That was the moment. That's the way in which Bremer shapes. Everyone inside this sold-out stadium thinks that he's going to have a go. And it's a clever deception to try to slip it through.
It's the kind of dedication and the kind of challenge that wins you a massive football match. Yes, it's only a friendly, but this game meant so much to Didier Deschamps, to Carlo Ancelotti, and those in the audition period here ahead of the FIFA Men's World Cup. Ultimately, goals from Kylian Mbappé and Hugo Ekitike were enough for France to find victory, despite Bremer answering the call for Brazil. Final score here from a sold-out Foxborough, Massachusetts Gillette Stadium. Brazil 1, France 2.